Welcome back to another Dinner's Ready. It's just my weekly meals for the week. Today is Tuesday and I was gonna make albóndigas, but I don't know what is going on with the markets around my house. It went bad. I took it out, I defrosted it, and it smells. It's ground turkey. I'm not making it with beef, I'm making it with some ground turkey. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to make some chicken soup today. So I'm gonna take that back and see what is going on because my refrigerator is working great again. It's actually freezing stuff in my refrigerator, so I know that's not, why it went bad. So I don't know what's going on with their meats, but maybe I should just try to go get it from Costco because I never had that problem at Costco though. It's just Stater Brothers lately and Food for Less. And before I never had that problem. It's just been recently. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I'll be putting in my chicken soup today. I have the water boiling with some onions. I'm going to put big pieces of onions because Evelyn doesn't like the small ones. And then I just have some chicken breasts I'm going to throw in there real quick. I blended up 1 tomato. I like to have like a little bit of tomato flavor in my soups. And then, guys, I put this in my soups. I put this almost on everything. I'm also going to add some of these green beans in there. And today I'm just going to add some squash, some carrots, corn, bell peppers, and this is actually romaine lettuce. Yes, it's romaine lettuce, it's not cabbage, but trust me, my grandma is an excellent cook and she puts this in there as a substitute and you'll be surprised, it actually tastes very good in the soup. So here's the chicken soup. So I got some green beans in there, which I don't even know where they are. I think they disintegrated, I don't know. But I got all the veggies. Oh, there's some green beans right there. And then some chicken. And then here's some rice I made. It's just garlic rice with salt. It's just, plain garlic salt rice. And that is it. And that's going to be our Tuesday's dinner. I have some flap meat today. And I have never made like beef with some gravy. I have some brown gravy and some poultry because, see the brown gravy? It's very little, but it's fine. I'm going to mix it together. So I just have some olive oil on the pan and I'm going to put this in there. Add a little bit of salt and some pepper. And while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start like mashing these. And I already put, this is potatoes. So I'm making mashed potatoes. I already put some butter in here. I'm going to put some milk and I always put garlic powder, salt and pepper into my mashed potatoes and it's really good. And then I use the mixer to make it like nice and creamy. And then here, let me show you guys what I'll be making in here. I have 2 tablespoons of butter, about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I have some red onion. This is about almost a half of a red onion chopped up. And then down here, that is garlic, and that's 2 garlic cloves. So I'm just gonna saute this. I'm making some kale. So I'm just going to put the kale in. See, it looks done already. The aroma is excellent. It smells so good. So I'm going to put that in here and mix it up. And I'll show you guys what I put in it next. Kale is just like spinach. Look at this. It looks like nothing anymore. So I'm going to make maybe some like canned corn right now just to go with it. But now that it's wilted down, I'm going to add a little bit at a time of some red wine vinegar. This is what I'm using, if it'll focus on it. Yes, right there. So I'm going to add a little bit of that to it. And then I'll taste it. And then I'm also going to add...
You cooking kale?
I
love kale.
I know, it's good. A little bit of salt at a time.
Did you put
So I'm just going to mix it together. I'm going to turn it off and cover it and wait for the meat to be done. Today we're going to put a little extra ingredient. I do this sometimes. Sometimes I put cream cheese in here. And Evelyn, she's going to go ahead and put some sour cream. You could put like like a big good like heaping. Yeah, like that. So she's going to put some sour cream in there. It's going to make it a little more creamier. And instead of garlic powder and salt, we're going to use this here that has some parsley with salt and garlic powder, like garlic flakes. So that one you could stop, and then little by little we'll put that in. Dinner is ready, so I just got the canned corn. Here is the kale, some mashed potatoes, And I cooked it with the gravy after. I didn't show you guys that part. And then I just topped that, the mashed potatoes, with some gravy.
Okay, so today my mom's not feeling good, so we're gonna make pizza for her. Me and Evelyn and Mystery. So we're gonna go ahead and brush oil onto the, what do you call that? The pizza crust?
The crust.
Okay, so we have a bowl of tomato sauce, and then we put sugar, and now we're putting, what's that?
Garlic powder.
Garlic powder.
We just put some garlic powder. And then we don't have Italian seasoning, so I'm just gonna put parsley flakes and okay.
Okay, so we're putting the parsley in there.
Yeah.
So now we're just like spreading the tomato sauce.
Is this too much?
I
guess
it will be saucy.
Yeah, it's gonna be saucy and extra cheesy too, because we love the sauce.
I cut everything up, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I guess we'll just see when we put it on the pizza. I'll cut more if we need to. Now we're putting on all the toppings. Obviously the cheese goes first. Okay, here's the finished product. Half cheese, half mushroom and jalapeno in this one. And then this one's all bell pepper and jalapeno.
Here's our dinner. Thanks to Jessica and Evelyn. Thank you guys. I have not been feeling good today. So she made some pepperoni, oh my gosh, mushroom and some jalapenos, and then jalapeno and some green peppers. And then Lily's has like cheese and then some with no chili because she still can't have too much chili. So this will be our dinner for Thursday night. Today is Friday, and for dinner I'm going to be making some like chicken Alfredo or something like that. I don't know what kind of sauce. Let's see what kind of sauce I got. It is, yeah, it's Alfredo. So I'm going to use this, and I do put some stuff in here like some seasoning, a little bit of milk. But for now I have some butter on the pan, and I just cut some of the mushrooms just in half. I'm going to cook these up first. I took the mushrooms out, put them on the side. I put a little bit more butter, and then I chopped up some chicken breast. This is only 2 pieces of chicken breast. And I'm gonna season it with this Lori's garlic sauce. I seasoned the mushrooms with this also. And I'm just gonna cook it up. For today's noodles, I'm gonna have some peonies. This you put in the microwave and it's gonna, like, you know, soften it up. So I'm gonna do that. That's a shortcut. I added the Alfredo sauce already. So in here I just added some milk, and then I shook it up to get like all the remainder in there. And then I'm just gonna add it. I put about 1/4 cup of milk in there. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon, and I'm gonna add that little by little because I already put some seasoning on the chicken and I've been cooking it in butter. Now I'm gonna add the mushrooms, and I cut the mushrooms in half so that my husband and Evelyn don't have to like pick every little piece out. I just thought it was a lot more easier because they don't like mushrooms. And then I'm gonna add the bag of the steamed veggies. I already steamed it up in the microwave. I'm just gonna mix it together and let it simmer until the noodles are done. While that's cooking, I just put some bread. So I'm having poor man's garlic bread. So I just put some butter and some garlic powder like in a bowl. I melted it and I just spread it around here. So I'm gonna put that in the oven. So here's dinner. I just put it all together, mixed it. I topped it with some of this crushed red peppers. I like to save these from Domino's. And then here's the bread, nice and crispy. And I'm gonna have some cranberry juice today. And that will be our dinner for Friday night. Today is Sunday, so we made something very simple. Evelyn made the ground turkey with some taco seasoning. Jessica put together, you know, the lettuce, tomato. So everybody's helping. And then I just made some Spanish rice, and this time I put canned green beans instead of corn. That'll be different. I'm just gonna add some tapatio to that, and I'm just gonna have some water, and that's gonna be our dinner for Sunday night. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, and you guys know I usually like to make desserts on that day, but I didn't end up doing that. So I'm gonna make it today. Usually I don't eat pumpkin pie until like Thanksgiving and then all the way throughout, you know, the holidays. So I want to make this. I've been craving it, and I'm just gonna go by what it says back here. So I have all my ingredients. You guys know it's just the regular pumpkin pie. I love homemade pumpkin pie. Everybody's been saying the Costco one's good. I gotta try that out. So I have everything set up. I have a big mess because I just went to the market and I put everything away. I'm just going to use like one of my pie dishes. I think this is the Pioneer Woman one. And I'm just gonna put it in here. And I'm just using the frozen ones in the frozen section, and it's already thawed out. I put some foil around it so that, you know, the crust is not gonna burn. So I'm just gonna put it in here for 425 for 15 minutes. And then after those 15 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and put it for 350, and that's gonna be for another 50 minutes. For Monday night's dinner, I'm gonna make caldo de res. It's just like chicken soup, caldo pollo, but it's just, you know, with beef. So I always get like one beef shank. My husband loves this cut of beef, and it's always expensive. So one piece was $4.69, and I like to have the bone in it because, you know, I like the bone broth to go inside of there with that. And then I just picked up this boneless beef round sirloin tip roast, and I'm just gonna chop it up into like thick pieces and put it inside the soup. And I'll also add some onion. So I add the meat and the onion first, and then once the meat is like cooking for about an hour, then I go ahead and start adding the veggies, because with beef soup I like to cook it a little longer than chicken because I want the beef to be nice and tender. The soup has been cooking for a little while. I didn't show you guys, but I put some chayote in there. It's a different type of squash that I used to use all the time in my soup. I'm gonna use it more often now. So I put that in there because it's a little hard and it takes longer to cook than like regular squash. So I cut up some corn, some potatoes, and then some celery. I had these little baby carrots, and I also have some cabbage, which I don't put this in till maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before it's done, because I don't like it to be too soggy. I want it to be, you know, have a little bit of a bite. Pie has been cooling, I'm gonna say maybe like 2.5 to 3 hours now, and the kids can't wait. Evelyn's been bugging, Jessica's been bugging, so we're gonna cut into it right now before dinner. It came out really good, and I love the way it came out. It's not soggy, it came out so perfect. I love homemade pumpkin pie. So we're gonna have dessert before dinner today. Dinner is ready, and I got some cocido here. The beef is just so soft, and you can see it's just falling apart in there. So I just chopped it with some cilantro and some onion, and some of them, they like to put the lime on and some tapatio, but I don't. I just like it like this. So that will be our dinners for this week. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.